Hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk about a topic that I was planning not to talk about at all once I started this channel, and that is about politics. It's because, things can be pretty sensitive, right? But at the same time, you know what? Politics is pretty interesting. It's actually I just can't ignore it. I follow the news a lot, and I just cannot control myself not to talk about it. But today I want to talk about tariff. Okay, tariff, Trump's tariff. But before I get to Trump, I want to start with Joe Biden. And let me explain to you about how I feel. I don't really know how does Joe Biden views about tariff overall, but he did one thing that it doesn't make sense, and I admit I was mad when he did it. So first, you guys have to realize, and I'm sure you guys have known by now, that Joe Biden, he support green energy, right? Because he believes in climate change and he wants to fix that. So that means he supports electric car, okay? And I was excited when I found out that China was making an electric car, and it was super cheap. It was literally like what, $10,000, right? It's called BYD. So I was excited for that car, and I was a big supporter of EV during that time, and I will explain to you why I kind of stopped supporting EV. So Biden, like I said, he supports electric car because he's believe in clean energy, go green, climate change, right? But then he ended up putting 100% tariff on Chinese electric car, which to me it makes no sense because first of all, this is your administration, right? Go green and go electric car. And all of a sudden, China created electric cars that is affordable. And from what I did my research. Everyone, I mean not everyone, but a lot of Americans wants to buy that car, okay? And you purposely put 100% tariff on that car to make it more expensive, just because you feel like the car is so cheap, and it would not be fair for other competitor because Chinese car would destroy their competition. So you put 100% tariff on Chinese car to purposely make it more expensive. To me, I feel like this. It should not be the job of the government to protect a company from going bankrupt. I feel like you should let them compete. If Tesla, Toyota, or whoever cannot compete against Chinese car because it's so cheap, well then guess what? Lower your prices. Maybe take out some of the unnecessary feature to make it cheaper. Because I feel like cars, technology in today's world, they added so many features that in my opinion is unnecessary. Why is it even there? It's there just to make it more expensive to sell, and it's impossible to repair for cheap. Because nowadays every little accident, the car is total loss because car has so many feature, computer, sensor, you name it. It's all expensive. It's not worth fixing anymore. So basically, I feel like this. You, Joe Biden, supports EV car because you believe in climate change, but then you purposely put tariff on Chinese car to make it more expensive. To me, it makes no sense. Now, Donald Trump also put tariff on Chinese car, but when Trump did it, to me, it makes more sense because in his first term, Trump never believed in EV car. He was all about, oil, gasoline. He's all about that. He's all about the old technology. That's my view. I think electric car is the future, whether you like it or not. But anyway, Trump never support electric car. He doesn't believe in climate change. So it makes sense for him to put tariff on Chinese car because he's never support EV car to begin with. But if you ask me why I kind of stopped supporting EV cars, not because it's bad or anything, but it's because I would say that it's because in America, electric cars are expensive to buy, possibly even to lease. And two, if you buy electric car, car insurance is gonna go up because they know that as soon as you crash, the car might blow up because of the battery. And I believe that if the government, like Joe Biden, for example, if you support EV car, you believe in climate change, then you should make these cars cheap and affordable, and find a way to make the insurance company not to charge us way too much. Because this is your administration. So why are you making it more expensive on purpose? For Trump, it makes sense because he doesn't believe in it. So yeah, that's about all I have to say about the tariff for electric car. Now, Trump on his second term, he made announcement every single day that he's gonna tariff every single countries, right? And for me, I think it's so stupid because he's basically making things more expensive. Like, yes, I understand his purpose because he thinks that like if he put high tariff on all countries, it's gonna pressure a lot of companies to come back and you know produce their products in America. But the thing that you people don't realize is this, and let me explain it in the best ability as I can. So a lot of companies had already moved on, right? They left the United States, so why would they want to come back? And if they want to come back, you guys should know that it takes years to build a manufacturer, right? And do we have the resources, the material, the environment to, to have all those manufactured? I don't believe so. And don't you guys think that the reason that in America we have a good we have good weather, is because we don't have that much factory here. And also, you guys have to understand is that do you really think that the new generation of kids they want to work? No. Studies have shown that in America, especially kids, they want to be internet influencer. They don't want to be doing labor jobs. So if you bring it back, who the heck's gonna work? And also, like I said, if let's say if a company agreed to come back, right? It's gonna take years for them to build a factory. It's gonna take years for them to set up a lot of things. So in that time frame, what are we gonna do? And let's say if most company doesn't want to come back, Trump says, you know what? If you're not gonna come back, then I'm gonna tariff you 30%, 40%, 50% or whatever. In the end, who's gonna suffer? We're gonna suffer because those items are gonna be expensive. You know, don't act like things are not expensive right now. Things are already expensive. And let me tell you guys something that you guys may not realize. When Trump at the White House, when he showed the tariff chart, right? He shows that like, yeah, the percentage of how much he's gonna charge each countries, right? If you look at by percentage, yes, it looks unfair because other countries are charging us way more. But the one thing that Trump doesn't explain to you, or maybe he doesn't realize it, or maybe he just trying to like purposely not explain to you because he wants to keep it as a secret. And I believe that this is something that most of you guys don't realize, and that is the currency differences. Now, let me explain this. Okay, if you don't show the percentage, right? Let's use money currency for example. Let's say, okay, I'm from Thailand. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say if Thailand, let's say I'm an American. I want to sell an item to Thailand, and of course Thailand is gonna tariff me, right? But like I said, I'm not gonna use percentage. I'm gonna use the actual number of currency so you guys can be more understand. Let's say if Thailand said, you know what, I'm gonna charge you, let's say 3,000 Thai money, right? 3,000 is called baht. Let's say I'm gonna charge you 3,000 baht per item, right? You know how much 3,000 baht is? It's $100, okay? It's $100, which is a lot, by the way. But then Trump feels like, you know what? If you're charging me 3,000 your currency, I'm gonna charge you 3,000 my currency. So that means that if you charge me 3,000 your currency, I'm gonna charge you $3,000 from your product. So if people from Thailand want to sell an item to America, there's a $300 tariff on that. And you wanna know how much $300 or 3,000 whatever in Thai money? So 3,000 in $3,000 is 100,000 Thai money. So it's a lot. So what I'm saying that like, yeah, that's why the percentage foreign country charging us more is higher, is because the currency differences. Because U.S. dollar is so strong that like when we ask them for a lot of money, to profit us, it's little from coming from them. You know what I'm saying? You guys have to understand the percentage doesn't tell you everything. You know, just saying. Like if I give, like, how in the past until now USA like to say things like, oh, people in China, they only make $5 an hour or a day or whatever, how are they gonna survive, right? Yes, $5 an hour and or $5 a day, it's extremely little in America, but you guys don't realize that, $5 a day in Thailand, that's pretty much, um I think the minimum wage on in Thailand right now, I think it's 30. It's probably 33, but if we calculate it, 30 to make it easier. So I know that in Thailand right now, I think the minimum is like 300 baht a day. So basically it's like $10 a day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, $10 a day, it's little in America. $10 an hour is still little in America, but in Thailand, $10 an hour equals to 300 baht a day. It's their minimum wage. It's not enough. I'm not saying it's not enough. It's not a lot. I'm not saying that, but I'm just telling you guys the currency differences. It's still livable, but you're not. You still consider poor, but it's still livable. It's a livable wage. You might not have any saving, but it's still manageable. So you guys have to understand the currency differences. You guys can be like, oh my god, people in Asia, they barely make any money. Like, no, dude, the currency is it's just different. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like right now, let's say at my first job, right, I'm getting paid $24 an hour. It's still not that much in the United States, but if someone pays me $24 an hour in Thai currency, I'm fucking rich. I'm rich. You know what I'm saying? So think about it that way, man. You know. So that's something that you guys have to understand too. And now Trump is trying to go against the BRICS nation, which in my opinion is a wrong move, because I feel like this guy, he's such a bully. He feels like if any country does something against America, he's just gonna simply use tariff. Everything tariff. I'm a tariff you, I'm a tariff you, I'm a tariff you, just tariff everyone. And I saw the news on Insider Edition today. I think he put 50% tariff on Brazil, and the reasons behind that is because he said that currently the people are mistreating the former Brazilian president. And when I heard that as a reason, I feel like, first of all, he's a former president, and two, if the people are mistreating the former Brazilian president, how is it our business? And why should we use that to tariff them? It makes no freaking sense. Okay, like that's your reason. And another thing is this: yes, Trump just slapped Japan and South Korea more tariff. And I'll bet you this: in my opinion, the reason he's really hard on Japan and South Korea, you know why? It's because of the internet trend. Because now social media is a big thing, right? People are seeing, you know, how other countries are, right? Because in my opinion, back then, America, back in like, early 2000, 1990, 80, whatever, America don't travel as much like Asian people from Asia. They just stay here the rest of their whole life because they believe that this is the greatest country and they don't need to go anywhere else, right? I have so many friends that don't have a passport. So pretty much, I'm sure he's aware now that like a lot of Americans are being influenced by Japanese and especially the Koreans. Now people are listening to Korean songs and all that. They fell in love with Korean celebrities, which back in the 90s, that wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a thing at all. Even I'm shocked seeing it. So that's why I believe that he's really picking on, China, Japan, and South Korea, because he feels like Americans are in loving with them. So he's trying to make us pretty much hard to I guess to use their products. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to do that. And for you white people out there, especially the old school that don't like Korean celebrity and all that stuff, Korean food, Japanese food, you guys might feel like, oh, suck for you, because I'm fine with my cheeseburger. Well, but that's you, not us. Like, I'm from Thailand. I don't eat Thai food that much, I'll be honest with you. I don't really like it, but my family does. And of course, a lot of Thai, I'm sure 90% of Thai people in America eats Thai food. And if you're going to put a lot of tariff on Thai products, guess what? Now the Thai community are going to suffer, because when we want to cook our food, it's going to be expensive for us to buy Thai ingredient product that's being imported in America. The same in restaurant. If you eat Thai restaurant, things gonna go more expensive, because now all the ingredient that's shipped from Thailand or from Asia, whatever product it is that's shipped from Asia or a foreign country, it's gonna be more expensive now. So now your local restaurant, the restaurant that you love, even the one that you hate, junk food and all that, everything's gonna go up. Tariff makes no sense. And if you think about this, Trump was religiously keep saying that, like, that tariff enriched America back in the day. Okay, back in what, 1800 some shit like that, or whatever year it was. But the thing that I want him to understand is that, but that's then, this is now. You know what I'm saying? Things are not the same. Why is he going backwards? It makes no sense. You guys have to understand, it makes no sense. And think about this. He's kind of more like this. His plan is a trap, because I feel like this. If you cannot come into the term that he wants, then he's gonna tariff you. There's no such thing as negotiation, in my opinion. And I think that his plan of tariffing country is gonna backfire. And I feel like the more he wants to do this, the more BRICS nation is gonna grow, because now they have realized that USA is such a bully. They just want to do things, to bully other people. Like, yeah, recently Trump said that BRICS is set up to hurt the US dollar, but at the same time, everything about America is set to put America first and screw everyone else, right? And also, didn't he said that he's good friend with Zelensky and Putin, and he can end this war within 24 hours? He said that, right? And all of a sudden now he feels like, recently, like I think sometime last month, he said that, like, oh, sometime, when you see two kids in the park fighting and you try to break them up, and they don't, and you cannot break them up, and, right? Because they want to keep fighting. Sometimes he thinks that it is good to just let them fight for a while, and then you stop the fight. Think about this, guys. He's comparing the Ukraine and Russia war to two kids fighting in the park. I don't know about this guy, man. And he said he's friends with them. But guess what, guys? We all have this experience. Sometimes friends fight each other. Okay? And now he's making an announcement that he's going to send more weapons to Ukraine. But then before that, he was saying that, like, we should not get involved with foreign war because it's too much money. And now look at him. I'm going to send military aids to Ukraine. And now there's a leaked phone call of him saying that, like, he's going to bomb Moscow if Russia goes deeper in Ukraine. And he's going to bomb Beijing if China invades Taiwan. The thing that you guys have to understand about Trump is this. He has no problem creating all these altercations with other countries, because in the end, he's not going to war. Okay? The young people that are active military are the one that's going to go fight for him. That's why they're saying that, like, now war is about two old men, like, like two old men or multiple old men that just can't get along. He's a coward, He's a coward. I'm telling you guys right now, he's a fucking coward. He's creating all this mess because he knows that in the end, if a conflict happens, he's not going to war. The military are going for a war. And for me, this is how I think. I feel like it's good that we have military power, right? We have strong military power. But you're supposed to use our military power to defend ourselves from invader. But now he's using it to bully people because he feels like, if I cannot win, I'm going to blow you up. And that's a simple mindset, because I live here so long. This is the mindset of American people, especially the old school. I don't know about the new generation, but back when I was younger, 10, 20 years ago, this is all I heard from my friends and even, the parent of my friend's parent, where they feel like, yeah, this country is good, Japan's nice, but we'll just blow them up. This is the mindset of American people. We just, every little thing, we're just going to blow them up, blow this country up, blow that country up, This is the culture that we're in. And Trump is no different. Like I said, I don't want to get involved with politics. I want to keep it behind my channel, but unfortunately, here I am talking about it. And, I believe World War III could happen. If not World War III, I believe a war against the United States will happen. Because we're just too much of a bully. Trump is abusing our military power. He feels like, you know what, I'm gonna bomb Moscow, I'm gonna bomb Beijing. Good luck, dude. Good luck with that. And it's sad for me to say that because he's creating a war, but people like us are gonna die. A lot of people are gonna die. Innocent people are gonna die because of his behavior towards other country. Wants to tariff everyone. Wants to threaten everyone with tariff, bombs. I don't know what to say anymore, man. You know, look what he did to Iran. People say not to get involved, and he did. He support do not get involved with foreign war, and he's doing it. I don't know about this guy, man. But yeah, I mean, the tariff is killing. It's gonna kill us. It's not helping us at all. Cause like I said, you know, if he believed that tariff works, right? Then why he keeps delaying it? You see what I mean? If it does brings money, because he still claims that, oh, it's time for us to collect money from them. Collect money from who, bro? You're not collecting money from anyone. You know what I mean? We're paying for it. This distributor is paying for it, and they're gonna times two that price to us. This guy is an idiot when it comes to tariff. I'm not gonna lie, he's so stupid. That yeah, you know, first he said tariff's gonna start July something, and now he extended to August. You see, he's not for real, man. Hell, if I truly believe that tariff is the answer to make America more rich, I would have charged everyone 100%. Why charge some country 10, 20? I would charge every single country 100% if I know for sure that tariff brings money to our country. Just saying, you know. But yeah, I mean, you know, let's just hope for the best, guys. You know, everyone is struggling. I'm struggling too. Hopefully this madness ends soon. You know, just keep praying. I know most of you don't believe in God, but that's all I can say. Have a good one.